This conference will now be recorded.
Kaushik, can you share the screen?
Oh, okay, okay.
Are you on mobile? Kaushik, can you give me presenter access back?
Hello, Ram. Please come again. I have
Okay, anyone, someone from Career IT, can you please make me as an organizer, please? Geetana, would you like to share the screen? See, I'm asking each and everyone because today is the first session. First of all, you should know how to get the license in Salesforce. Okay. So it will be good if one of you share the screen and it will be more easier. Hema, Shravan, Vihari, Tej. What is this one? Bhargav. What is this? Let me share the screen.
Yeah, I'm sharing, Ram.
1 second, only I'll get the access. See, if you people are not sharing it, I don't have any issues. Okay. I want to see something of your personals and all, but it'll be good for you only. Woody, you can start sharing the screen now.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. First of all, we need a license in Salesforce, right? So for that, go to developer.salesforce.com. And on the right top corner, can you see a blue color sign up button? Click on it. Yeah. So now you can start doing your sign up, like give your first name, last name, email ID, all the details. You can choose
Role.
any role. Role doesn't matter. You can choose it as admin, developer, anything. And company name also, you can write anything. You can simply write SS, SFDC or whatever you want. It's okay. It will take any name. Okay. Country. Choose your country and the postal code. And the last one is username. So if you see here, it says name@company.com. Basically, username should be in a form of email. So give a username, a unique username, and then click on sign up. It's okay even if you want to give your email ID. Yeah, perfect. Now, with whatever the email that you have given, right? Go to that email. You should be getting a verification code. Yep. No, it's not yet. Go back to your Gmail. Refresh the screen. Check if it is there in your spam or something.
Okay. No.
Okay. Did you give the email ID properly?
Yes.
Can you try again? One more account, please. Just click on black backlink. Most of the details will be filled, I think.
Again, I need to fill.
Yeah, can you fill? I think uh, you might have misplaced your email ID or so. Today we'll just see what is what in Salesforce, okay? Now do a sign up.
Yeah, it's already.
Okay, you have given the same username already, right? Can you go back and check your email ID once?
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
I think it was delayed a bit. Okay.
verify your account.
Open the second one. Yeah. Yeah. Click on verify account. When you hit the verify account, it will ask you to choose the password. So define your password.
Is this mandatory?
Yes. Next time when you forget the password, right? It will ask you this question first to reset your password. Yeah, change the password. That's it. Now you're up with your developer account. Okay. Next time when you are working, when you want to log in, directly go to login.salesforce.com. Okay. And you can give your credentials. Never. Yeah. Now, this is what, or this is how a Salesforce screen looks for a system admin. Why I'm calling only a system admin? Because he is the one who created the org. So I'm not saying only created a license in Salesforce. He created an org in Salesforce. There is a big difference between Salesforce license and an org. What is it? License is like creating a user in your Facebook or Gmail. What do you mean by that? When I create an account in Gmail or maybe a Facebook, what will happen is it helps me to communicate with my friends, right? It will help me to post my images, share some information, like some pictures, or chat with someone, right? But as Salesforce is business-based organization, so when you are creating an account here, it becomes a Salesforce org. If you see the previous session, I've seen one multi-tenant environment, right? We have blocked certain amount of space over here, and within that space, we can define our applications. And even though we are creating a free edition, Salesforce gives us one more license just for the sake of testing purpose. We'll make use of it during the security concepts. Okay. Now, today we'll see how this works for an end user rather than a system admin. But now Murli is a system admin. How does it work for an end user? When an end user logs in, he will be by default taken to certain application. What was that? On the left top corner, can you see 9 dots? This is called as app launcher. Why app launcher? Any application can be launched using this app launcher. Okay. Go to the app launcher and you click on view all option. If you click on that, yeah, click on view all option at the bottom. Okay. This is called as app launcher. Here is the place where I can see all the list of applications and the tabs that are available to me. Okay. So only if I have access or only if my admin have provided me the access, those applications are visible here. Okay. Now let's go to sales application.
Can I close this?
Just hit the sales. No, not that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, eighth one. Or second row, third one. Sorry, second column, third one. Okay, this is how an application looks in Salesforce. Now, Murli, can you open an Excel sheet? Before we go to Salesforce, first of all, we'll go to an Excel sheet. So what is the first part of an Excel? First one is file name, correct? So write file name in anywhere, file name, or no, once again. First give it as Excel and column A as Excel and column B as Salesforce. Okay. Under Excel, first thing that you'll have is file name. For example, in this case, book 1 is our file name, correct? right? No, just name it as file name only. Or do one thing. Can you create one column before Excel? So under Excel, name it as file name. Yeah. On A2, name it as book 1. Book 1. Okay. And when I open book 1, what I can see, first thing that I can see is sheets at the bottom, right? Sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, right? Below file name, it is sheets. Just name it as sheets. Or can someone tell me why do I need an Excel sheet? Anyone?
Rows and columns.
So basically, to store some data in the format of tables, which has the structure is defined as rows and columns, right? Now, which means what is the purpose of a sheet in Excel sheet? Anyone? Why do we have this many sheets? It's still allowing me to create multiple sheets also, right? On the same file. Why do we need it?
Dividing the data into multiple sheets for easy access.
So basically, to make it very simple, I can store multiple tables here, right? Every sheet can have one table so that I can have multiple tables. Correct? Am I correct? So what is the use of sheet in that case? It helps me to show the data inside a table. Correct? So which means under the sheet you will have tables. So below sheet, name it as table. See, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to compare your Excel sheet, a standard Excel sheet with your Salesforce. Okay, below sheet, name it as table. No. Let me see if I can get the control of your screen. Yes. At B5, name it as table, and sorry, B4, name it as table. And what will be there under table? Columns and rows, right? B5 columns, B6 rows. Okay. Now, somewhere on the right side, just let's create one simple table so that it will be easy to compare. Let's say name the table as customer. Let's say I want to track the information of customer. So when I say track the information of customer, what you'll have maybe name, email ID, phone number. No, prepare it as a table. Name, email ID, phone number. Yeah, I think these three things are enough. So how you'll capture under name, you'll name it as Ram, right? And under phone number, you'll give Ram's email ID. Similarly, phone number, etc. Right? Similarly, you can start capturing the details of Vihari. Now, let us say, can I capture under J6? Can I give Sai Kirtana as my email. Let's say if I consider this IJK as my table, can I give, let's say, Vihari under phone, which is K4, sorry, K6. Can I give Vihari under K6? Anyone? Can I give Vihari there?
No.
No. Why? Because you are defining a table, you have to follow the same structure that is given by that is defined by the user, right? Similar, but the problem in Excel sheet is it won't restrict you, correct? So such validations are not available. Now let us say I have written captured the details of maybe 100 customers. Now I want let's say Tej is staying in an area, maybe XYZ area. So I have some 30 customers over there. So I want Tej to update only those 30 customer records. Is it possible? Like if I share this this Excel file, ask Tej to update only 30 customers, is it possible for me to restrict Tej not to modify anything other than the 30 customers that I have given? The moment I share the file, he can do anything and everything on that file, right? I don't have a control on it, right? These are the issues of your Excel, correct? Now let's go to Salesforce. So the name of the file in an Excel will turn into application. Okay. In front of name it as, I mean, below Salesforce in C2, it is application. Maybe in D2, you can name it as sales. Sales is one of the applications that we are going to look at now. Okay. So in App Launcher, when you click on, can you go back to Salesforce once, Murli? If you go to App Launcher, if you click on this, you will see all the list of files that are available, applications that are available in your organization. That click on View All. If you click on View all the list of applications which you have access, of course, will be seen over here. Okay. In this, we took sales as one application. Close this. So which means now you have a clarity what is an Excel file name in Salesforce. Now when I open Excel sheet, what I will be seeing, of course, one default sheet, agreed, but what else I'll see? Basically I will see the sheets at the bottom, sheet 1, 2, 3 and all. Maybe first sheet is defaulted. Same way, if you go back to your Salesforce screen, the moment I hit the application, we have tabs here. We call them as tabs. This home, opportunities, leads, tasks, files, accounts, contacts. This entire row is called as tab bar, and those are called as tabs. So like your Excel sheet, the moment I open Salesforce, home tab is defaulted, which is a landing tab for me. Apart from that, when and where required, I can go to other tabs also. Like I can hit the opportunity or lead or account or contact, whatever. Okay, can you go to opportunities or leads, any of them, and just hit that button? Don't click on that arrow mark, just hit the button. Hit the tab. Okay. So it shows me different tabs, or so which means if you go back to your Excel sheet, this sheet is nothing but tab in our system. So consider sheet as tab, and maybe in Salesforce, under Salesforce, which is A3, sorry, C3, give tab in front of sheet, and D3 name it as maybe accounts. In C3 it is tab. Okay. So what is the purpose of a sheet? Sheet helps you to access the data inside a table, right? So that is why under sheet you have written table. So here tab helps you to access the data inside object. The technical name for a table in Salesforce is nothing but object. So C4 is object. You can name same account object. There also under D you have account, just account. What will be there under a table? You'll have rows and columns, right? So let's go back. Go back to Salesforce. Hit accounts tab. Okay. So here there is a small pin, right, which is recently viewed. Change it to all accounts. On the left side, below sales, yeah, there it says recently viewed, right? Click on the down arrow mark. You can change it to all accounts. More or less, this is how your Excel sheet looks, right? Under name, you'll have name. Under site, you'll have site. Under phone number, you'll have phone number. All this, correct? So this is a kind of table view only. So what you have here also rows and columns, but what are the technical names for rows and columns? Row is nothing but one record, which means Edge Communications is a record which is situated in Texas with some phone number, which is customer direct, right? Now go back and in front of your, okay, and here we have columns, right? So columns are nothing but fields in Salesforce, which means account name is one field, account site is another field, billing state is another field. Okay. Now, Ram, in that case, Excel is very simple. Now, I can add a record one after another in the row wise. How does this UI comes? Just click on new button. It will allow you to create a new record. Yeah, this is how we can create a record. You just fill in the mandatory fields, it will create. Let's say name the account as career IT and save. Save it. Now hit the accounts tab. Okay. So you didn't give any other details, right? Account site or account phone number, anything. So it is blank, but you can see the record, right? Now go back to Excel sheet. So columns are nothing but fields, rows are nothing but records, right? So columns maybe name it as field and under sales, below sales or at D5 name it as account name. D5 is account name. Rows are nothing but records. So you can give the name as maybe career IT as one of our record. This is how we compare your Salesforce with an Excel sheet. Any questions? Anyone? Okay, great. Now let's go back to Salesforce. Ram, we have one more here in the Excel sheet. It says every row has some number. What about that in Salesforce? Hit that career ID. Whenever you are creating a record in system, it will create an ID on the top next to account slash in the URL. Can you see an ID? It says 0015Z on the top in the URL field. In the URL, page URL, not that one, at the end, just before view, end of that URL, it says 0015Z, this one, right? That is nothing but the ID of the record. It's just 15-digit character. Okay, that will be always unique. Okay, no two records in Salesforce can have a same ID. Okay. Now, see, I know that there is a record with name oil, but I don't know in which object it is stored. What I have to do? So there is a function, right, which says search accounts and more. Sorry, there is a search bar, right? So type oil and click enter. Just type oil and hit enter. Don't choose anything. See what happened? So it says search results on the left side. It says top results. Accounts, it says 3 records. Opportunities 5 plus. Contacts 5 plus. Leads 0. Tasks 0. Group 0. What is this? So basically, we are going with a global search. What is the purpose of a global search? Global search helps you to search for a record with any string value. It could be anything. Okay, and what based on the string that you have given, it will search for all the records in the entire organization irrespective of the object, and it will sit in front of you. So that is where you have accounts, contacts, leads, all these objects came in one shot. Clear? Any questions, anyone? Great. Now next to search bar, what else we have? Let us open one of the records, United Oil and Gas Corporation, under accounts. Now I have decided, okay, this is the record that I have to work on. Okay, but maybe let's say from tomorrow I'm on vacation, maybe for a week. So once I'm back, I might forget this record again. So I have to again search for it, figure out which floor, which key, etc., etc. So instead, for me, what could be the easiest job is next to that search bar, can you see there is a small star symbol? Hit that. You can make this record as favorite. So next time, on whatever the tab that you are, if you click on the down arrow mark, it will show you a short link of your account and you can easily navigate. Okay. Even if you are in setup object or setup screen also, it will work. Okay. Now go to contacts. Create a new contact. So sales is an application used by sales engineers, right? Now let's say I'm a sales engineer. I want to create a record in contact object. So the moment, so how do I create? Go to the respective application, go to the tab and start creating the record, right? And here I was asked to fill a lot of information, right? Let's say the client who met me, the contact, he doesn't have much time, or maybe I might be in a rush. So I can't go through each and every field, right? In that case, close this. What we can do is we can go for a global action where next to the down arrow mark on the right top corner, you have a plus symbol. Click on it. Yeah, this is called as global action, where you can quickly create the records of your own interest. Let's say click on new contact. Even if you fill in the information here and hit save button also, it will create a record in the contact object. There is no much difference. Okay. Only thing is the fields that were not asked will be blank. You can fill them later. Okay. Then next to that, you have a trailet symbol next to plus. Click on that. So this is where we can interact or see the guidance center of Salesforce, where you can learn Salesforce. And I think we have to pay around $2,000 to learn admin or development. You can go with that as well. Okay. Next to that, you have a question mark. So generally, when you click on this, it will say take you to help and training center, wherein which, let us say if you are stuck in a particular feature or a concept, you can ask that question there. One or the other person in Salesforce ecosystem will come back and help you out. Okay. Then something which is very important is the gear icon. From why gear icon is that important? So it has multiple options. Setup, service setup, console. Click on setup first. As an admin or a developer, whatever that you want to do on the configuration side, you should first navigate to the setup screen only. That is why when Murli logged in this Salesforce for the first time, he was logged into setup screen because he's an admin. All admins will be logged in here only. Clear? Any questions till now? Now, after coming, what we'll do here? That is what we are going to learn from the next session. I'll show you how to create the applications, objects, select the data fields, the respective data types. All these things we'll see from here itself. Okay. Again, go to the gear icon. Now, you have something called service setup. Now, what is the difference? Setup will more or less have everything, every configuration feature that you are going to use. Service setup will be pretended only for service cloud based features like maybe omni-channel, escalation rules, all these things we'll discuss going forward. And there is something called developer console, which is very much important. Open that. Okay. What is the use of developer console? Developer console is the place where I can run the scripts anonymously. I can create the Apex classes or triggers or components as well whenever required. All these things can be done by using a developer. So he'll always, um, as a developer, whenever I want to create any component or an Apex class, anything, right? So you have to come here itself. Okay, and we can create the classes or components or run some query languages, queries at the bottom, see whether the results are coming, and if there is any debugging that has to be happen, that should come here. So this is the default editor of Salesforce. Apart from this, Ram, can't we connect with any existing system like maybe Visual Studio or something? Yes, we can do that as well. Okay, for now you close this developer console. Now, the last one is bell icon. Sorry, last but one. What is this bell icon? It just shows me the notifications. If I have any pending activities, it will be showing me. Okay. What is the next one? The last one is study weight symbol, where you can look at your profile, where click on it. Settings. Yeah. So here is the place where you can see your entire personal information, and you can check your connections, you can change your password, you can change your time zone. All these things can be done over here. So I'm just giving you a high level overview because we will go into these features later on. Okay. First of all, I want you people to get used to the Salesforce screens. Post that, we'll learn easily. That's not a big deal. Okay. Again, go to the teddy bear symbol. Okay. So instead of saying teddy bear symbol, I want some of you to have your image over there. So Murli, and it is showing us Astro, right? So I don't want to see any Astro over there. I want to see Murli's image there. Check how we can do it. Now, how do I check it, or where do I check it? You have Google. Search in Google. Okay. Then logout. I don't have to explain you what is logout and login. Next one is display density. So based on the screens, Salesforce has two types of display densities, and one is comfy and the other one is compact. So the display ratio will change. That's the only thing. And the last one is your classic. Click on Salesforce Classic. Yeah, and for me the screen was little slow. Yeah. So this is called as classic version of Salesforce, and don't worry, no one is using it. There is no difference in the features. More or less, every feature will work in the same way that is working in Classic and Lightning. But only thing is the UI will differ. Okay. So there are one or two features which is defined only in Classic. We will come here and we'll learn them as well. Now switch to Salesforce Lighting.
So mostly we are working for Lightning only.
Yes, in 2013, mid of 2013 or early 2014, Salesforce decided to switch to Lightning. From there, any organization is working on Lightning applications
Okay.
only. Unless until your application is very, very old, I mean, they don't have anything on VF. Okay, so yep, that is all about the UI. So before you coming tomorrow, I want every one of you to create a Salesforce login. Tomorrow we'll go through one full-fledged application with each and every record, and then we'll see how it works. If everything went fine, we'll discuss what kind of object that we are going to discuss as well in future. Okay. So initially, I'm not taking 1 hour sessions for a couple of days till you get used to the system. Slowly, we'll increase the hour. Okay. Bye, everyone. Or if you have any questions, I can stay back.
So how many days it will? This one we created, right? Salesforce.
Which one?
We created the account, right? Salesforce. How many days it is a trial version or it's a
No, this
14?
is an unlimited version with the limited data. So you can use it for a lifetime.
Oh, thanks.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your time.